Hello guys,
Until the
welcome.
final curtain call, let's cherish the moments in between.
हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। लैगिन इंजो वाईटी में सभी का स्वागत है। आज बहुत दिन के बाद स्ट्रीमिंग कर रहा हूँ। जस्ट टेस्ट के लिए स्ट्रीमिंग कर रहा हूँ। मेरे पास दूसरा फोन नहीं है चेक करने के लिए। लगता है सब कुछ सही चल रहा है। हाँ, स्ट्रीमिंग तो दिखा रहा है। माइक्रोफोन ऑन है। जो जो चैट पे आ रहे हो हाई लिख देना, मेरे को देखना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ पर नोटिफिकेशन दे रहा है कि नहीं, और बैकग्राउंड नॉइस आ रहा है कि नहीं बताना। चलो अभी अभी ओपन किया है, थोड़ा क्लासिक खेल लेते हैं। फोनটা दे दे तो।
Lightning reveals all.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed. Request backup. Launch attack!
Enemy not taking purple. Enemy invading jungle.
First blood. Well played.
Enemy invading jungle.
An enemy has been slain.
क्या एडूरा खेल रहा है इधर। ट्रैफिक में ही प्रॉब्लम होता है।
Launch attack!
Understood.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Launch attack!
Enemy reached level 4. Enemy reached level 4.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. Shut down.
Gather at the turtle! Understood.
Launch attack. You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
Gather at the turtle!
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. An ally has
Well
been
played.
slain.
लेकिन मारना नहीं था।
Killing spree. Killing spree.
मेरे को शायद चैट का नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आ रहा।
An ally has slain. Killing spree.
Enemy battle spell on CD.
Mega kill. Mega kill. Mega kill.
बड़ा प्रोटीन आ जाएगा हमारे।
Unstoppable. Monster kill.
स्काई बना के बैठा हुआ है। कितने में आएगी?
spree! Your team destroyed a turret! Mega kill! Shut down! Our turret has been destroyed.
Scream it out.
Initiate retreat!
क्या करेगा
Monster
कैप्टन
kill!
मोटिवेशन नहीं आ रहा है.
Godlike! Godlike! Your team destroyed a turret! Legendary! Your team destroyed a turret! An ally has been slain. Monster kill! Initiate retreat! Godlike! Our turret is under attack! Initiate retreat! Unstoppable! Legendary! Monster kill! An ally has been slain. Your team destroyed a turret. Impressive. Godlike.
Great play!
Legendary. Shut down. Legendary.
Enemy ult on CD.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Legendary! Legendary! Impressive!
That was amazing!
Your team destroyed a turret! Shut down! You have slain an enemy! Our turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. An ally has been slain. Our turret is under attack. Double kill. Your team destroyed a turret. Our turret has been destroyed. Impressive! 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 Mega
Great
kill!
play!
An ally has been slain. Impressive! Unstoppable!
Wiped out.
Double kill! Impressive! Victory!
I've returned from hell for her. I hope Hanabi-sama won't disappoint me. Hanabi-sama's killing intent always makes my heart race. So she also wishes to save Kirara.
Around with that in mind. A little bit of focus here, knocking down some of the tier 1 turrets up top. Coily.
Dude, against a Moscow, hesitate a bit, you know,
Yeah.
like kind of think twice about going in. Coily against a Marcel and a Moscow. Walk up like that. Get flies
Flies around like
that.
Again, it's different in the hands of junglers like Coily. Again, he makes his way through this team fight.
Coily! Oh my god, the lethal ignition! What a god on the Fanny! Coily again with the cables. No fear in his eyes.
Oh man, fighting for this Lord. As I said, goes to the back line, he's able to get a kill. Now with the numbers advantage.
Felix the walk up again, the slam slam, the pass back from P. That's a mount already. That means the Lord is going to be free again. Han
He's so
trying
low.
desperately to get through. Coily's taking a bit of damage now. Goes for the cutthroat as well. Blink with the golden hour. Oh, he saves the game. Han walks up. Goes for the red tree, but it doesn't land. It was still the golden hour. The red tree went over to the member of Pro. Goes with the pickup on the Lord. Now it's a big taunt onto Felix and slams on the pass comes through, but Felix gets around with Infernal Pursuit. Almost takes Blink down with him.
Ooh, that would have been way worse if Pro Esports did not get that Lord. Kozin was able to go ahead and secure it, I believe, just in that midst of that fight because Coily went down. That's also a big shutdown, though, taking out Coily like that. So for now, Yangon Galacticos, they found a little bit of momentum to work with. They should clear out this Lord relatively easy. And now some of that gold starting to build up, starting to go in their favor. Sanji's got the items mainly that he needs at this point, and the rest of the team is starting to get tanky enough to deal with it. It's more about the execution part, the micro part when it comes to these team fights. The biggest threat here too is Kaise on that gourd against Coily. If he's taken out and he doesn't have a flicker and he doesn't, have that whatever defensive item he decides to go with, that's just unfortunate because your whole game plan is I'm gonna get a stun off, Mystic Gush real quick, get some people low, and build off of that. But he knows he's gonna be a target, and so now for YG they have to adjust these team fights.
And it's just so sad to see the golden hour now 2 times. First time was, okay, that was just unlucky by Blink. Second time, miscoordinated by Han and Blink, right? The golden hour was there, it delayed the Lord. Coily was already dead, but Han went for the red tree. Because the Lord was still in golden hour, the red tree went to one of the Pro members, and that's why Kozin was able to steal it away.
Yeah, once again, Marcel, that golden hour is so valuable, but at the same time, sometimes it can backfire in a way that you don't expect. Now it's pretty much even across the board, except for the fact that you got a couple extra turrets for Pro Esports off that Lord take, off that Lord push. Helps open the map a little bit for them, but they still have plenty of time to go ahead and find something here. You've got some pressure on this purple buff.
Uh-oh, they're gonna all in on P. Flicker out of the Appraiser's Wrath and a Mystic Gush already. That's gonna be Coily with the damage. Oh, the mount as well. Big Fury of the Phoenix. Onto a choke point. Han with a taunt. Onto 2. Ying still trying to buy some time as Han pops P.
Okay, they fight back again. It's been trades all game long for the past 12 minutes here. And you're seeing it too. Now because of these items falling into place for Yangon Galacticos, you can't find whoever you want, aside from the Gord, Kaize, for Coily to go ahead and get, you know, because just again, you have enough durability at this point, and you have to start to rely on your both gold laners to turn the tides of these team fights. But you'll see it here. This is a team fight comes through. P surviving this is also crazy. Good use of the defensive flicker, staying alive, and then he mounts up and brings back into that Fury of the Phoenix blink. So really good timing there, but Han also gets his revenge. Again, he had a tough start to the game on this Fredrin, but so far he's really found footing.
And the gold lead is non-existent for YG versus Pro. We should have expected this coming into this matchup. YG with a dominant game against KK to make it here. Pro with a crazy upset victory over Selangor Red Giants. Both trying to fight for that qualification to knockout stage. Han holding on a neutral objective, jumps on P. No flicker, missed the gush, and then Brazer's Wrath to take him down. Now Felix gonna get caught by the taunt as well. Sanji clearing out mid. Kozin doing the same thing, but the wave up top is good for Pro.
Oh, they're gonna fight for this Lord here. It's at half health. They know they're down P. They're gonna just blitz this Lord though for YG.
Han's trying, the golden hour's placed down. Oh, Felix! With a steal on the Phobius! With the help of the Fury of the Phoenix! How did that just happen?
Was that just a dark wave? Like,
no way! We gotta get a replay on that. What?
We have to see it. Again, that Fury of the Phoenix really helping. They're trying to hold on to this mid turret, but man, another Lord.
Uh-oh. I thought he was gonna pay for his sins, but no. Flicker. Get out of jail free card. Coily.
Oh, he's here.
He gets caught in a frozen moment. Oh my god, with a crown. Perfectly timed by Kaize. A bait away. Coily wants part 2 with the cables. This time trying to bait out a battle spell.
That's actually pretty big though. The Winter Crown being down at least is something as they approach the base. That's what they want to play off of this Lord here now that everyone's going to be up. But again, at least for the Gord, at least for Kaize, he still has Flicker. He can just kind of post up in the base, help clear things out. The fight for these buffs though, man, P taking a ton of damage too. Goes in trying to take down a tier 2 turret. Lord makes its way up top now. Oh, Coily going to be stopped here. Clearing out the Lord. This might be all they get. They do get some damage done to that top base turret, but still, YG's base defense and their composition will clear things out relatively quick. So, I mean, based how things have gone for the last couple Lords here, it's got to be the retribution for the next one, man. It's going to be so important for either team to go ahead and secure that, to get this momentum as we look at the items coming into place. There's even a big difference gold-wise between the XP laners, but Sarion Felix is actually doing a really good job of just kind of being that front line that he needs to be on the Phobius.
This is why even after those nerfs, the Phobius still finds itself at a pretty good spot in the draft, right? Still prioed, banned in the first phase, especially with the Assassins coming back into meta. Felix, though, he's had a tremendous game on the Phobius so far. That Phobius steal, it shouldn't even be possible. Again, I would have loved to see the instant replay there. How did he get his hands on it? Because it didn't really look like Coily was in a position to steal. Han had a free retry, it almost looked like.
Yeah, again, at this point, that retribution battle needs to come down between the two junglers here for this next one, but both teams have been showing that they will go for pickoffs if they can. It's a bit of a tough game, I'd say, for YG too, just because you got to keep tabs on Coily. Where's he pushing? Where is he going? As you look at the difference here between the XP laners, what they've been able to go ahead and secure, of course, for each other, but Ying can essentially do the same thing. We saw that in the earlier team fights, you know, being that front line for them. He can help kind of give that vision too. Phobius, though.
Whoa. Oh, hold on. Trying to cut him. Nice try.
Yeah, he's able to get away just fine. Again, you got to keep tabs on Coily. Any Fanny like this is going to play that move, but YG has the same option with Sanji.
That's the thing. There's still so many ways they can play this against YG. It's not like they're going to lose out on that far lane. They have a Moskov and a Uranus to play on those far lanes to match the Fanny. Heck, I think they might even be able to clear it out. Oh, wait, Kozin can't be standing behind those minions like that, man. The piercing damage of Sanji starting to hurt.
Yeah, it does. Missing Gush already dropped down too.
Wait.
Okay, that's some key ultimates down for YG. Did Pro Esports just get the upper hand for this Lord take? They're going to make their way. Coily already got his buff. They're going to try to zone out the rest of YG.
He already pushed in the bottom lane. So now it relies on Sanji to land at SOD. PP in the back, trying to zone him away. Coily with retribution again as PP was able to zone him away as the golden hour comes through, but the SOD landed. There's no way he takes it with 4 members corralling over that landed SOD. Han mounted on, now brought back to the team. He's still able to escape for a bit, but the pass is right there again. A big bomb lands onto Coily, baits out the rose gold. Pro should just be happy with the Lord. Blink wants a bit more. Ying now walks up, goes in, trying to punish Flicker out from Ying.
Okay, this is just has to be a disengage. They got the Lord to deal with. You're seeing how much of a push and pull it is for both team compositions now at this stage of the game to really execute it properly based on the ultimates they have plus those battle spells. Once again, with that Lord coming up, again, this isn't the evolved one, so YG shouldn't have a problem potentially even holding on to their base turrets. Maybe they lose one on this depending on how Pro Esports plays it as they clear these waves out. It's a little troublesome for Pro Esports on approaching this because, again, when this Lord is dealt with quickly in those waves, those powered up waves, you might even just get a tier 2 mid lane off of this. I mean, they're looking for their own window of opportunity, but it's even difficult for Sari and Felix to be the one to jump in or P. And it looks like that's just going to be it. The Lord is cleared out easily.
That's one advantage that YG have, right? Like, when it's outside of the base, Pro definitely have the advantage. They can go from different angles to attack this front to back, to break the formation. But when YG are defending, there's no chance you can break that formation. They're playing under those turrets, right? And that's why with Sanji and Kaiser, as long as these two are still alive and those frontliners can just hold in front with the towers, there's no way Pro can actually siege them down. They're gonna have to win it through a team fight.
Yeah. This one, Coily, get a couple hits off. It might be the best thing you can do, you know, just playing around Coily, get a couple hits on the turret, do it on the other side of the map, because they both know they have to just play around Lord. The pick-off potential starts to come down to, can we use a conceal, can we actually find someone out, but then the teams have been doing such a good job at just gonna be in there for each other, answering the call if some pressure comes through. Good little take on that purple buff though, Coily.
Ruthless on the fan. Use the cutthroat to secure it there. And yeah, it just seems like Han's been losing out on these red tree battles. Nice to on the veteran.
Hey man, at least if he can get it for the Lord here, it's going to be 30 seconds
over
quality.
quantity.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that one will be evolved too. This is a very different game one than what we've seen so far throughout MSC, especially, you know, you're reminded once that Fredrin gets picked up and a lineup's kind of built around it, this kind of utility jungle concept, it's very different, bit of a different pace. Pete?
Just walks out of there, Blink. Frozen moment, Felix walks up, that's Sa with a massive Fear of the Phoenix. Toilets for the ankle, big golden hour. How do they utilize this? In the midst of it all, he's giving the slam again from P. He's able to flicker out to safety now as Coily looks for an angle to go with the cables. Just trying to bait those resources from YG. Again, nobody falls. Just a flicker burnt for Kaiser and P.
And a flicker for P.
Ying.
Yep. It's all this battle of resources at this point. Coily, as hell of a start that he had in this game, he knows that he can't just throw himself into the arms of YG. And so he's going to continue to push down that bot, it looks like. At least cut that wave through. YG's going to make an attempt on this Lord. It's half felt right now, but Coily will be here in time to face off.
P has no flicker. They know it. They're going to try to burst him down. The taunt lands as well. P's able to survive. Oh my god!
Oh.
The rebound with the Fury of the Phoenix. Good golden hour in the back line, but Coily's able to buy so much time. Sanji caught in the dark wave. Now the blazing duet from Kuzen.
Oh, Sanji.
It's all up to Sanji now. He's going to be confident slam and a pass with a nature and also the immortality buy. It's an immortality buy for Coily as well. Dark wave lands. Sanji's still there. Ying trying to buy some time. As Blink is in a 1v1 against Coily. It's an all-out fight everywhere in the map. Again, Coily trying to chase Blink down. He's running away. He finally gets cutthroated and assassinated up top.
Oh, I thought that was a nice block, though. I thought it was going to land on Coily, but man, they bought some time. But Pro Esports, they want to go for this tier 2 turret. They want to take this purple buff out.
Wait, they don't go Lord. They reset the Lord.
They reset the Lord. They have to go. Let's look at this replay again. Started things up with the Mystic Gush over here. This fight breaks off into 2 areas. Collapsing down, golden hour used into that Fury of the Phoenix. Meanwhile, also a real cam. It looks like Pro Esports is going to secure themselves that Lord there, but you know, that was a fight that was dissected on through, and that's one of the things that Fanny will do too. You know, you were able to go ahead and split the fights up focusing on the right targets. Golden Hour, it just feels weird in some of these instances because it's like, it's clearly there to stop the momentum of a fight, but sometimes it ends up just kind of splitting things off in an odd angle for YG.
So now it's back to the defense of YG. They have a good composition to defend, but Pro have an evolved Lord now. At 22 minutes,
yeah,
it's a different kind of Lord. Wind of Nature for Kuzen. Bootless at this point for both of the gold laners.
Okay, clear out these waves. Lord is up top. It's going to get that charge in. Taking out the base turret. YG has no choice but just to let that go. They're going to have to deal with the Lord, clear it out. Potentially losing some more base turrets. Conceal's going to be used from Pro Esports though.
Double top from Han now with the force play as well. Coily with a jump in the back line, but it's going to be the winner crown again. Flicked around, Blink shredded to pieces, but he gets the golden hour. All base turrets taken out now as Ying buys the immortality in time, keeps himself alive. Han! With a big taunt on the Brazier Strap, but Kozen was able to Wind of Nature all of that physical damage.
Okay, YG lost the base turrets, but it's okay, they're still in the game. They've got some more waves to deal with here, and knowing that they're down Blink, looks like Pro Esports still wants to go ahead and potentially end the game here.
Ying again, pops into Consecration, bending the mini waves over to the right side of the map. Sanji clearing it out. Kaise no flicker. He needs to play far back. Pro are still lingering. That's a bounce! The Mystic Projectile landed. The BMI gets Kozen out, but the Rose Gold was already procced.
So that's all they get. Pro Esports off that evolved Lord will take down and strip the base of those turrets. Taking the disciplined route, even amidst the lead they have, it's just YG still able to fight up. They're still able to do well. This is where we start to see the item swaps come into play. Winner crowns even being picked up. You've got multiple across the board here for YG. Wind of Nature sitting on Sanji. Sanji has been doing a great job just staying alive because he's so pivotal for them to actually be able to stay in this game. Kaise as well, very happy with his Mystic Gush timings, but he's got to go in a way where we saw in that last fight where he pops the Winter Crown, he Mystic Gush. It's still being used even when he's frozen, but again, it's better for him to go ahead and do that in the base. But this time, now 24 plus minutes in the game, this Lord, I don't know, man. If Pro Esports able to secure it, even with this kind of defensive lineup YG has, I don't think you can defend against that. Coily still pushing in that bottom wave. He knows it's going to force someone from YG, force Sanji to go clear that out, respond to it.
Holy moly. Even with the guaranteed slow push, Coily decides to shove it straight inside the base. This means Sanji's going to have to deal with it. And he shows up on the map. Kozen utilizing the position to go on to Ying. He hasn't been a crowd. Positive Consecration. That's the Fury of the Phoenix. Faded out already by YG. This could be the angle. They've reset it, and Sanji has cleared out bot.
Yeah, he's cleared out bot. He's handled the waves really well. YG, this is a Lord dance as ever. Still half health on it. Fury of the Phoenix still on cooldown, so they don't have that right now. And Han's tanky enough to go ahead and sit here, like we've seen so much before, on this Fredrin with an immortality to go ahead and just tank up the shots. Blink jumps in.
Golden Hour doesn't land on anybody. Felix is able to evade right now as he lands a Dark Wave, but Coily's gonna go up top. Mystic Gush and a big Appraiser's Wrath. Coily in the base. Blink trying desperately to go back into the base to save it. He gets there in time, but Coily has a few minions on it. Now it's gonna be the SOD that lands. Sanji gets Coily down. His first kill of the game, and it's a massive shutdown. Both junglers, though, will be taken out.
A last-ditch effort from Coily to try to make something happen, knowing that the Lord was secured by YG. Really good timing against Sanji. Might have been his first kill, but it was an important kill. Might be the one to potentially win them the game here. They've got a really strong, evolved Lord to march down this mid lane. Now, 45 seconds for Coily to be up. Can Pro Esports delay this further? And without Han,
nope.
The same thing. Is Ying going to be the guy to go in and tank this, lead this, or will it be Blink? He's got a golden hour that he can play around with. The game plan here might just be to knock down some base turrets.
Mystic Gush already on Felix. Golden hour catches 3. No follow-up though. Felix is able to escape. That Fury of the Phoenix from Sa, buying them a bit of time. Now can they clear this Lord? Base turret, I think, will surely fall. Sanji's on it already. But hold a second, after that charge, it doesn't seem like YG have the resources
one hit
to push in forward even more. It's just going to be the base turret taken by the Evolved Lord. Pro, again, able to defend through the wins they got all the way from the start of the game. Those base turrets on the side lane, nice.
Yeah. So Pro Esports, mind you, again, they were up quite a bit, 7,000-ish gold. Again, at this point, it's more about switching the items, but they did lose that lead that they had. They also lost a base turret off of that. So YG now in a position, now in a seat to actually go ahead and be in a better position to win the next Lord fight. The biggest thing for Yangon Galacticos is literally just dealing with whatever Coily is going to do. He's the only guy that can push the opposite side of the map. And Sanji so far has been the guy that YG has counted on to deal with it.
Oh, dude.
They
This is
flicker down.
very squishy, Patrick.
Yeah.
In the face of Mystic Gush late game.
Yeah, it's definitely hurting. A flicker down is something for YG to play around with. Some big waves down bot that they're going to have to deal with too here, but it's just playing around each other because they just know that if Coily jumps into this backside, even on Kaise, and gets a winner crown, that's value. Everything comes down to pop in battle spells or defensive items now that we get this point. You're going to see these potions being picked up now too. 28 minutes, man. This has to be, if not our longest, one of the longest so far for MSC groups. Fighting for this Lord up. It's going to take some time to go ahead and take this one down as both teams get in position. A whole lot of immortalities to play around too. Sanji clearing up that bottom side. Conceal's going to be used. Pete pushing out Han here. And just fighting for this space right now. Pro Esports trying to control this space around the Lord, but it's just too much to hold.
That wave bot is just so annoying for YG. Constantly gonna have to send someone down below. SOD nearly lands. Blink was the one to give him vision for that attempt. And that's where the mechanics come through. 28 minutes.
Yeah.
It's the macro, obviously, but you have to be clutch in these moments. You have to be the one to make the play to win the team that game.
This is like the most macro game we've seen so far. I feel like one of the biggest ones too at this point.
Well, Coily.
Game one, Coily's just gonna go ahead and sit down to that bot side, but look who's rotating down. Sanji and Blink. Mystic Gush already used. Lord's gonna go for a bit of a reset there.
Oh, that is a big whiff. Coily stays for a bit too long, gets caught by the Spear of Misery from Sanji.
It had to be also that snapshot, right? I mean, they got him on the wall there too, that spear. That is a huge pickup, and now without Coily for 60 seconds, a whole minute, YG cleared out the waves, and they know they have the space to work with for this Lord. And Mr. Gush.
All in onto P. Fear the Phoenix. P. Immortality down already. Blink now coming in as well. Good taunt and the pierce from Sanji. Ying taking very low. Kuzi gonna be looking for the play. Flickers in the Blazing Duet and the Wind of Nature as well, but Blink is able to get out of the way of the Blazing Duet. Felix, 3-man Dark Wave, has to flicker out. Big bomb with a missing projectile. Goes in as the Immortality, but he's gonna go down to Ying. A big bonk sends Han, or rather Felix low, but now it's Sanji with Wind of Nature. That's an Immortality already down. Assad's gonna get flickered out, but he buys the Immortality in time. Wind of Nature, everything with the Wind of Crown as well, but it won't be enough. It's a big wipe for YG as they come back in game number one.
Talk about a defense from Yangon Galacticos to hold on strong even when down for the majority of that game. A composition built around base defense, well, you see exactly what that can pull off here. Really good timing, really good game sense to make that play in the bottom lane, find Coily, and then make something out of it. They knew that they either had an option. If we get Coily out, we could probably just get the Lord, and if not that, then we could just win a team fight. Not having that threat anymore, and so Yangon Galacticos knew what they had to accomplish. They did it perfectly with this lineup. Took some time. They really had to buckle in for as we look at the highlights from STC with this one. Again, very strong showing though from Pro Esports. Coily on this Fanny, phenomenal, but eventually it kind of falls to a different point of the game. You know, you're not able to go ahead and just sweep in like this, get kills. Han really held on, built up that durability, and you know, you got to give it up to Yangon Galacticos to hold on together.
YG winning this game with an unorthodox composition.
Yeah.
We have to say this is meta. A few patches ago, this was the best composition you could go for. But in the current meta, we've seen more assassins in the jungle. Coily had an
The most beautiful thing